Baby Mama and the Karmic, a story of betrayal, voodoo, and justice. In a small town, Alex, a hardworking and spiritually grounded man, found himself at the center of a web of betrayal, dark magic, and illegal schemes. Unbeknownst to him, a group of individuals, friends, family, and even neighbors had conspired against him, driven by envy, greed, and a desire to control his life and resources. This group included Dylan, a manipulative lawyer, Brenda, a nurse with a hidden dark side, and Jacob, a charismatic but deceitful businessman. Together, they orchestrated a plan to sabotage Ethan's life, using dark magic, illegal activities, and manipulation. The baby mama drama. At the heart of the conspiracy was Mariah, Ethan's ex-girlfriend and the mother of his child. Mariah, a secret escort who sold her services under the guise of a normal life, had been practicing dark magic for years. She had used voodoo and sex magic to trap Alex into a relationship and create their child. Mariah had mixed her period blood into Ethan's food and drinks, performed glamour spells to create an illusion of love, and even buried his underwear in her backyard to bind him to her spiritually. When Alex began to distance himself from her, Mariah doubled down on her efforts. She claimed the child was a miracle baby, lying about taking Plan B and being on birth control. But the truth was far darker. The child had been conceived through manipulation and dark magic. Mariah's delusional behavior and lack of self-awareness only grew as her plans began to unravel. The Karmic's downfall. Mariah wasn't working alone. She was part of a larger group that included Raymond, Ethan's stepfather, who had always treated him like an outsider, and Dylan, the corrupt lawyer who had been embezzling money and falsifying documents. The group had even enlisted the help of a plumber, a short man with a shady past, who had attempted to break into Ethan's home under the guise of fixing a pipe. The plumber, whose name was later revealed to be Gary, was suspected of being a hitman hired to physically harm Alex. The group's dark practices extended beyond voodoo. They had performed suicide spells to drive Alex to despair, used voodoo dolls to inflict physical and emotional pain, and even performed full moon rituals to manipulate his mind. They had also engaged in illegal activities, including wire fraud, identity theft, and money laundering. Dylan, the lawyer, had been transferring money from Ethan's accounts to offshore banks, while Jacob, the businessman, had been using Ethan's name to secure loans and properties. The legal fallout. As the group's actions began to backfire, they found themselves entangled in a web of legal troubles. Federal investigations were underway, and Dylan was facing charges of wire fraud and corruption. Brenda, the nurse, had lost her license and was under investigation for her involvement in the group's dark practices. Jacob had fled the country but was being pursued by international authorities. The group's illegal activities were exposed when a court summons was issued, revealing their attempts to frame Alex for crimes he didn't commit. The summons also revealed that they had falsified documents to steal Ethan's inheritance, including a property left to him by his late father. The FBI had taken an interest in the case, and it was only a matter of time before the group would be brought to justice. The voodoo backfires. The group's dark magic had devastating consequences for them. Mariah, who had been using voodoo to control Alex, found herself stuck between realms, a state of spiritual limbo that left her mentally unstable. She began experiencing nightmares, sleep paralysis, and unexplained body pains. The voodoo dolls she had used to harm Alex were now causing her own body to break out in bruises and scratches. The group's attempts to sacrifice Ethan's child to level up in spiritual rank had also backfired. The child, who had been conceived through manipulation, was now a source of karmic retribution for Mariah and the group. They had dug their own grave, and now they were falling into it. The expose. As the investigation unfolded, more shocking details came to light. The group had been working with a real estate agent named Carol, who had helped them transfer properties and launder money. Carol was now facing charges of fraud and embezzlement. The group had also enlisted the help of a bank teller named Jana, who had been facilitating illegal wire transfers. Jana was now cooperating with the authorities, providing evidence against the group. One of the most shocking revelations was that the group had been involved in child exploitation. A member of the group, a Virgo man named Vincent, had been arrested for having relations with an underage girl. Vincent, who drove a Porsche, had been using his wealth and influence to cover up his crimes, but his past had finally caught up with him. Ethan's triumph. Despite the challenges he had faced, Alex emerged victorious. His spiritual protection and connection to the divine had shielded him from the group's dark magic. He had cut ties with the toxic individuals in his life and reclaimed his energy. The court summons had not only cleared his name but also exposed the group's illegal activities, ensuring that they would face the consequences of their actions. Ethan's story served as a powerful reminder of the importance of self-love, intuition, and divine protection. He had faced unimaginable challenges, but he had emerged stronger, his cup overflowing with abundance and love. Key characters in our storyline today from Karmicville: Alex, the resilient man who overcame dark magic and betrayal. Mariah, the delusional baby mama who practiced voodoo, now mentally unstable. Dylan, the corrupt lawyer facing charges of wire fraud and corruption. Brenda, the nurse who lost her license and is under investigation. Jacob, the deceitful businessman who fled the country but is being pursued. Raymond, Ethan's stepfather, who treated him like an outsider. Gary, the shady plumber suspected of being a hitman. Carol, the real estate agent involved in fraud and embezzlement. Jana, the bank teller who facilitated illegal wire transfers. Vincent, the Virgo man arrested for child exploitation. This story, rooted in betrayal, dark magic, and divine justice, serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of envy, greed, and dark practices. It also highlights the power of faith, resilience, and the unwavering protection of the divine.